Hi, thank you for purchasing from Silk and Light. Today I'll be going through how to put together a square head 8 light. There is 3 different variations. There's 4, 6, 8, and this is the 8 head one. What comes in the box is the mounting bracket to the roof. You've got the light fixture that the light heads connect to. You've got the LED driver, the roof mounting screws, and then the 2 different types of screws for the light fixture, and also the instructions. What you will need for this is just a Phillips screwdriver, and that is all. First step would be to separate the 2 different types of screws. Now there's a big head one and there's a little one. They're very different, you can tell them apart, trust me. And yeah, leave that in there. What you want to start with is the big lights. Grab 2 of them, because there's 2. Now, see, it comes with two plugs, and they all have numbers on them, so you know what to plug them into. Some of the numbers might be underneath the sheath, so you might have to pull it back a little, whereas this one's okay. I would recommend starting with the bigger plug first, and then plugging in the smaller plug after, just because it makes it a little easier. I would also recommend doing the 2 at once, so that way you're not juggling with them. Okay. All right. Now, on the light itself, you will see that it has 2 screw holes, and there is 2 screw holes on the light fixture itself. You just need to screw them in. I'll show you that now. You just need a screwdriver, maybe magnetize it with a magnet so it's easier. You don't drop it in, drop it into the square tube, don't do that. So you just align it. Where is it? There it is. Okay, yeah, just word of help, just try and magnetize the screwdriver. That way it's a little easier. But trying to line up the holes will be a little fumbly. And make sure you do not over tighten. It's pretty straightforward how it goes. If you look at the instructions, you can see how I've laid it out is how the instructions have laid it out. So there's 2 big spaces here. Big space between the sides, and then little space between the other side. So I've got the big spaces here, little spaces here. So then you just have a look at it. Do not over tighten these screws. Okay, another thing that might be helpful is pulling the light cord to one way. That way you can get to the screw a little easier when you're screwing it in. Okay, so we're just done with part A. Now we start with part B. This is the medium large, I would call it. 1 and 2. Now, I did say it is easier to do 2 at once. That way it's not hanging off to the side while you're doing it. On this outermost one on the other side. Lovely. Okay. Okay, now that's done. Start with C. Like I said, just want to put it on two of them at one time, just makes it easier. Grab the big one, they're both big. As you can notice, when you start putting more and more on, it does get a little bit trickier to put on, but it is doable, as you can see. Okay, now that we've finished with the B part, the C part, up to the last one, which is the D part. Flip it back around. Pull out the cords. There's only one on these two. And lift it up. Make sure it goes underneath the beam of the other light. Stick it through. Now we'll get a little bit confusing with all the wires hanging about, but we will deal with that soon. It's pretty easy, everything's labelled nicely, there's no trickery going on. And that is that with the light assembly for all the screws and whatnot. Okay, now up to the light, or the wires part, sorry. Every cable has a number. This one has 6. And what you do is you find the same number but with a female version. Or see, this one's male, this one's female. You find the same number, that's 7. That's 8, where did 8? On the male, you will notice there's a key, kind of. It can only go in one way, so don't force it. Once it's in, you will know it's in because it clicks. And 1 and 5 is for the driver. You plug it into the driver, same thing. Plug it in. It has double-sided sticky tape, so when you're done, you can just sticky tape it. And yeah, let's do that. Alright, now that's done. There's only 2 things left. You've got the mounting bracket to the roof. You have these ceiling screws. They go into these 4 holes here. And okay, so it has 4 holes. If they don't fit your ceiling, it has these slots and holes as well to fit your ceiling. On the side part, it has a threaded hole on all 4 sides. They go into these slots on the front, back and sides, and that's that. Now, we do recommend you get a licensed electrician to mount it to the mains. It's pretty simple, they should know. And thank you for watching. Thank you for buying our product. This is Silk and Light. Thank you very much.